I took a dive. I didn't know I'd fall so deep into your eyes. I've never been somewhere so sweet. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. Yeah, you're divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Looking at me like people are looking at their phones. I've spent 7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know. Yeah, your love is all I need. Running around with you always by my side, off of the ground. Cause the feeling's so damn high. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. God, you're divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Passport, hotel, jet plane. My life won't ever be the same. Got you all up in my brain. Love the way you changed me for the better. Got me through bad weather. I want you all the time. I love the way you looking at me like people are looking at their phones. I've spent 7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know. Yeah, your love is all I need.
I've seen relics of kingdoms past and crowns of ancient kings. I've heard stories of distant lands, realms I long to reach. Your voice, it beckons me to go to worlds unexplored, to leave behind my home
This is not a phase, my dear. Time heals the moment, but our hearts were frozen, don't disappear. You were scared from not knowing, but I got a feeling that I'll be right here for the rest of my life. Just know that I'll give you love you'll never want to share tonight. Tonight. If the world isn't working the way that we found it when we were too young to love, our attention is running, 5 seconds is burning a hole in our racing hearts. I wish we could find the space, a great escape, where we could finally break the mold. If it's us that we want and we're happy after the fall.
Welcome everybody to the Season 8 Grand Finals. We've got it here at the Off-Season Shenanigans. I, of course, am Andrew Big D Morrow, joined here tonight by my lovely co-caster, Cole. You may know him as Coley Striker, Mango Terrorist. Cole, how are we feeling tonight?
Honestly, it's been a long day, and I can't wait for it to be longer with this best of 5. This is going to be a
best of
blast.
5, baby. That's right. We are best of 5. By the way, this is going to be an interesting. I'm really excited about you casting this with me here tonight because we've got InControl versus Drugs and Pugs, and Sunk and Luke 4K are on Drugs and Pugs, who you will be playing on LAN with here next weekend.
Yeah, we kind of had a late little
What's
mix.
your team name?
I think we're the Derpy Diamond
Are
dudes.
you guys? I wondered. Okay, you
I'm
guys are
pretty
the
sure that's
Derpy
us.
Diamond dudes. Got it.
Yeah. I think Luke 4K spearheaded that because he is a known Mythic Diamond savant. So that's what we ended up going with, I think. But yeah, we're a late mix, just a little something we threw. We all got together, I guess, and decided we wanted to play. So I'm excited though. It's gonna be fun.
Well, I like that, yeah, and we got ourselves a best of 5 here tonight. I got shit all over my face, and I had to fire makeup before we started production here on this tonight, so forgive me for my face, please. But we do have a best of 5, and it should be getting started fairly shortly, I believe. But we've got Nuke, Train, Mirage, Ancient, and Anubis going on here tonight, okay? So I mean, we are going to be running the full gambit potentially. That being said, I think that it's entirely possible for InControl to take this in 3.
You know, those are my boys on Drugs and Pugs, so I don't know if I want to say all that. I do think InControl's a really good team, who actually I think are also going to land. I don't know if it's their full 5. I'm pretty sure a guy I know is filling in for them. I'm pretty sure their main core will be at the frag land. But yeah, InControls look really solid this whole playthrough, and I know they're I don't know if they're still in ECL or if they're in that relegation tournament or whatever the case is. I know it's all weird now, but it's an ECL core at the very least. So you know, those are some really good players, and they have just been kind of cruising through this tournament. So I'm sure they'd like to continue their winning ways, but Drugs and Pugs might have something to say about that, who have similarly been playing very good Counter-Strike. So
they also, no doubt about that. I really do anticipate this being an absolute slugfest tonight. I'm sure that Yub Jackson is keeping it cordial and friendly there in the chat, and that's all just friendly banter, but let's make sure we keep it to friendly banter out here. That being said, it's been a long road to get here. It's been, I think, 5-6 weeks. I know the major, we were starting just at the beginning of the major, I think the week before the major, and then, you know, the major kind of made things last a little bit longer as people were gone traveling that week. But we're here now. We're finally at the end. We've come from 32 teams down to just 2. And production, can I get a word from production about what's happening on the server? Okay, so we're going to get into this one pretty shortly. Oh, there's our bracket as well. We've had a lot of teams come through here. What a sexy bracket.
This is just the playoff bracket. It's crazy how big this tournament that started is literally off-season shenanigans. It was something that kind of... I remember, I think I played in the first season of this, and it was pretty small. It's crazy how much they've put into it and how much it's grown. Like, I mean, they got HLTV coverage for this too now. And
not today.
Oh, not today? Okay.
Not today.
I know they have in the past, though.
Next season, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to be VRS.
Oh, that's crazy. Good for them.
Yeah.
RTX, I know, has gone above and beyond with this league and try to, literally built it from the ground level up, and now it's, honestly, this is something that I think is like rivaling ESCA League, especially now with the changes with how advanced it is. So, this is awesome seeing it grow like this.
Ross isn't here right now, but say that again between maps, and I bet you'll make him cry. Because yes, Ross has gone above and beyond. Ross is RTX, and he does an incredible job with this tournament. We're really excited about the changes we're making to vamp up even more next season. This was kind of our last season of doing things a little bit amateur and shoestring. You know, we're still growing and growing, and it's been wild to get to be a part of. And yeah, to see all these teams that join now and to hear all the feedback from the players and just hearing you say stuff like that, I mean, you're gonna bring a tear to my eye as well, because Ross has put just a ton of work and effort into this thing, and it's a very, very, very necessary part of what needs to, like, this is the kind of thing that needs to bring NACS back online, because it's been so stagnated and stale for a while. So big shout out to Ross, big shout out to everybody behind the scenes that puts this thing on. Big shout out to all the teams coming through and playing in this thing and getting excited about it as well. We're beyond thrilled and humbled to have you here and do this thing like this.
Yeah, man, it's super cool. Like I said, when I started it, when we did it the first time, it was just to get some extra reps for the team, or you know, get the new guy in, since it is supposed to be during the off season. But now it's manifested itself into its own like thing. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, let's just do this just for practice. This is like a legit. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, that's actually, you know, there's like sometimes teams that don't sign back up right now. Like there's some teams that have played in the seasons past that aren't playing right now just because of the fact that they're like, we really need the we need the rest in the off season and to just practice, because this has become a tournament that's no longer just practice, like you said. But that being said, let's get ourselves into it. We've got InControl versus Drugs and Pugs, and surely we'll get some game audio here in just a moment. Big ramp push, Calamity and Scorchy holding on tight. Gonna get the 3K between the two of them, and Sunk with the response. This looks a little tough here. They do actually move out here. Sunk gets 2 of them and turns around and gets a 3rd. Okay, that's your boy, Cole.
It's a good old ramp deathmatch. You got all 10 players in ramp area getting kills or dying. Looks like Drugs and Pugs were looking for a ramp pop, just walked into 3 CTs. It's kind of tough when you just get, you know, they either saw something in a demo or just, you know, had a good read on what Drugs and Pugs like to do on Pistol. Interesting, though, we got a force 5 from Drugs and Pugs after losing Pistol with no bomb plant, so let's see what they're doing.
Interesting buy here, yes. I actually, yeah, they didn't get the plant, so a bit curious here. Another ramp play, though. This time, Scorchy and Calamity have got to back off. Nope, never mind. Calamity pops his head up, grabs one. Scorchy's there. After the retreat, Luke 4K eventually gets that trade. Sunk's going to get himself a double, and he evens these numbers out. So 2 for 2. JS Feltner lurking down below. Head spotted out. JS Feltner one more time on the MP9, and we got a spicy opening to our grand finals here, Cole.
That we do. Interesting. So it looks like InControl have a read on what Drugs and Pugs are doing. They had an anti-eco set up with an HE. Calamity had a timing on it. I think he missed it slightly. It would have been like a 300 damage had he thrown it a little deeper, but I think InControl have done their homework here, so it's going to be interesting to see what Drugs and Pugs, who looks like they're not playing with their normal... No, that is our normal 5, I'm mistaken. But...
Okay. InControl's just been fierce with their shots recently, and tonight's no different. Just all over the map. Look at the way they just run up to support each other. This outside presence, I know it's a save round, but InControl are well in control of the map.
Yeah, it's that was clinical anti-eco. You just scrappy outside. This is gonna be the real test to see if Drugs and Pugs got any metal. Looking like the first gun round, full nades. Looking like you're going as a bit of a bonus. 3 rifles and jumping knives. So let's see what they got going for their default here of the first gun round.
All right, let's see what they got. Maybe they can work an opening. Looks like they're just going to default out. They want to bait out. They know the utility setup is there for InControl, so it's time to bait some of that out. We get our wall of smokes outside. Serum's able to clear this out. They should be able to get these guys into secret. They've got to be careful on the cross. Oh.
I got Tyra already up secret, so it's going to be the point of conflict right here.
Yep. Speak of the devil, Tyra gets one. JS Feltner, that two's been all over the map.
Yep.
JS Feltner.
So now they know they're safe from any outside threat, so they can either turtle into the sites. And Calamity's playing a dangerous game, but the MP9 god always reigns supreme.
Oh, good lord. Scorchy coming through. That's 4-0 start for InControl. And this is Drugs and Pugs map pick, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big test, and they run the outside smokes, turn two people out there, and you know, there's a little bit of a coordination between Tyra and JS Feltner and Mini and Secret, and they go 2-4 outside, and at that point, it's really hard with the T's with that little space to do anything.
Well, we'll see if they can get something. Drugs and Pugs. They haven't even got the bomb down yet.
This is a round where you get your deagles out and you say, all right, let's free play. But Luke did buy up a hero play. AK. But hopefully you can let some of these digs sing and let the mechanics take over for a round or two and let people focus on their crosshairs and not any micro stuff.
Yeah, I mean, InControl are just doing such a great job of not giving them any kind of opening, right? Like, they've just been playing these angles, and then the moment that action starts, they've got somebody coming to help out and numbers where the firing squad is. Well,
they're smart against an anti-eco not to get super greedy. They know it's like a half buy, and then there's an AK singing through. But there is a timing out here. Tyra just went past Absolute. He's calling that lobby's clear, and they should be looking to stack into inner. But there is an upper lurk if Absolute decides to take it. So. And Breezy's already down vet through secret.
Oh, this is going to be Absolute. It's a big pick on Serum.
They know Heaven is gapped, so if Absolute looks out and finds Beast, this is a tough round for InControl to win, but that's if he takes it.
Okay, but Absolute still makes his positioning work. Gets one, recovers the AK. Not able to get the second. Tyra makes his work even better. As he comes back through Squeaky and finishes up the round. Beautiful 3K from Tyra. And yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the inverse is also true. They didn't know Absolute was in Hut, but they also didn't know Tyra could be deep door. They just assumed that, you know, he was all the way, he's going to be all the way through. But you hate to see it if you're Drugs and Pugs.
Maybe they can get something going if on this gun round. Like I said, it feels like InControl are on another level right now. This is some seriously good Counter-Strike that they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, they're off the back of the pistol and the conversion. So far, it's still been, what, one actual gun round one?
Right,
so,
right.
We'll hold out a little bit of hope with Drugs and Pugs, but they gotta show us something quick, because this half is getting out of hand.
Right, this is the one where if you can't get a bomb down or make this a close round, it's gonna start feeling really bad, and the mental fatigue and emotional wear starts setting in.
They're just having
so
a really
I've heard.
Hard time. Yeah, they're having a really hard time getting anything done outside. Whether that's a nice shot. But whether it be taking space safely or not getting picked, I think Sunk just got spammed through a smoke there. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Meanwhile, Luke's all the way down here. I think they're gonna have to. Are they gonna break? They're gonna have to make some kind of sound cue to get out here. Calamity lined up. Question is, do they clear this out? That Molly keeping away. He will be good for one. Tyra to help out. Even better for second. My God, Scorchy here to help out from ramp. And every time Drugs and Pugs go to trade something, there's just somebody shooting them from the side.
They just missed their window. They Molly smoked across to block ramp off, but the Molly timed out, and then the crossfire came back. They got to go on that brief window when that Molly's down in order to take that 2vx or 2v1 on site for that guy. But because it took so long coming out of control there, the molly faded and they got crossfired.
Yeah, and still no plant even on your second gun round there. This is what we were just talking about. That smoke's going to get broken. They should be able to get one. Absolute breaks through. But Tyra lining him up still gets himself a double. One more time, and Jay Breezy gets one back, bringing it down to 3. But these are decisive and very, very controlling rounds from InControl.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first round Scorchy's even had an op, and they've just been on cruise control even without it. And now he's got it. They got 2 AKs on the CT side. This is snowballing a little bit. You want to see maybe a set piece or something to kind of settle down from Drugs and Pugs here, because right now the defaults are a struggle bus, and they've tried to do some little pops on these half buys, but haven't really had any success. So I want to see something a little different, either a pace change or a set piece. But yeah, something's got to give at this point.
Yeah, something has to give.
Interesting to note, though, Sunk did just get his first op with the half, so maybe they'll try to do some off
same
there.
thing. Oh my God, we're like in sync. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you.
I was more of a Backstreet Boys kid, sorry.
I mean, ¿por qué no los dos?
That's true, I guess. Something different from InControl. They got too close outside, contesting this close space.
Yeah, even when Drugs and Pugs have a switch up, it's InControl switching it up on them as well. Sunk does get a response, but Scorchy quick to shut it down. And they don't even consider Tyra out here. This is insane nuke play from InControl. This defense and the pacing from the CT side has got to be so frustrating for Drugs and Pugs right now.
Yeah, they send the op and 2 rifles outside just to be met with 2 rifles and an op from the CT side. It's kind of the one benefit of playing on the T side is you can be grouped and isolate and be outnumbered, but when you are going majority numbers outside, meeting majority numbers outside, it can be tough. So another good read from InControl. I mean, they had the perfect call against what Drugs and Pugs were doing there.
Well, they're not out of this round either.
No, I love this mid-round. I love the get the kill, pick ramp. You're only down 1 person, and you're contacting outside with the 2 of you. Unfortunately, it looks like they will be just going into the teeth of this defense, but it's just kind of how this game's gone.
Oh, no. Not even able to finish the shot there, clearing the angle. 2 still alive here for InControl. And we've gone 8 rounds and not a single plant from Drugs and Pugs.
No. And he cleared that CT vent. And you could tell he wasn't really expecting him to be there the way he cleared it. That's how I clear my angles, too. I just like, oh, this guy might be here, but like I'm just going to halfway do it. And then ends up missing the kill because of it. I think they were still in a good enough setup that it wouldn't have mattered, but it's just kind of how the game's gone for Drugs and Pugs thus far.
Yeah, and I mean, they're back to pistols here. Double nades, just bringing 3 of them down low already. 4, really. Oh, and why not a 3rd nade?
You gotta love the good old, I haven't seen anyone and I'm 5 HP round.
Yep. I mean, it's not like Drugs and Pugs are like getting closer in these rounds. It's like InControl are squeezing their grip tighter every round right now. It feels like. Yeah, Scorchy's just standing in the molly to get that kill.
Yeah, I mean, Calamity plays real aggressive in ramp, and I think Drugs and Pugs were trying to exploit it, but every time Calamity's looks like he's on an island, they're either already up numbers or they have someone close enough to help him out. And, Calamity's playing it well. He's doing his thing as a ramp player. When your ramp player has 9 kills in 9 rounds, that's normally pretty good because sometimes a ramp player just won't see anyone for an entire game. So,
yeah, this is pause called here for Drugs and Pugs. Maybe they've got
a little bit of a reset here for them.
I mean, what do you do in this situation, Cole?
I mean, my map pick, you're getting throttled. You're coping really hard. You're saying it's a CT-sided map. Let's win out the half and then win pistol, and it's a game. But that's easier said than done, especially
And
how
that's
this one's
cope,
going.
like you said. Maybe if they just move a little faster outside here this time, they think. You get past red, but Tyra still. One plus the info. Sunk spamming up, gets himself a double, and now Scorchy low. This could be finally Drugs and Pugs making a name for themselves.
See, they kind of did. They did something different. They didn't do the bent wall smokes. They did the secret cross smokes and did them late and took early fights. I really like what they did. That was a play that our old team, one of my old teams, used to run, where we'd be going heavy outside, and then we would just tough kill. But we would throw. Oh, that's brutal.
That's even tougher.
Yeah, and you would just take the rifles fast outside and just let him try to trade out. Sunk's gonna have to ace if they want any chance in this round. And it's doable if he gets this 1v1 Calamity with Scorchy being lit. Never mind.
Wow. This is domination.
I mean, no matter what, InControl are buying out the rest of the half, even if they lose the next 2 rounds and you know, whatever. But it's got to be tough if you're Drugs and Pugs. You got to think that you got to stay composed, though. It's a long, long series. 5 maps. You still got a lot of runway if you think you're going to outlast them in the long run.
Yeah, it's a long series still, and I just cast a best of 3 here earlier a little bit ago where it felt like the first series, one team blew out the other team pretty easily, 13-5, 13-6. Okay, finally the opening for Drugs and Pugs, make it 2.
Sunk said I'll do it myself.
And they're just right down to B. We'll see if this crossfire can get them anything. Okay, JS Feltner with 2. Gets a third as well on the head. Sunk makes it a 3K, down to the 2v2. Will this bomb finally go down for the first time this half?
That was InControl's only win condition for the round, was him getting 3 people, and he did.
Nope, it will not go down. Yeah, JS Feltner with the 3K from control there. From InControl.
That's a feels bad man round.
This is crazy. Yeah, Drugs and Pugs, that's one they should have had.
Yeah, they just weren't expecting 2 to be down so quick already. I mean,
okay, they got one more opportunity.
Sunk's had a lot of impact, but they don't have any rounds to show for it so far.
Well, and Serum as well, 0-11. Just not
Sometimes
activated.
it'd be like that. Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like that. I've seen that a lot today. I've cast a lot of Counter-Strike today, and I think I've seen 3 or 4 maps where somebody was just killless in for the majority of it. Maybe they ended with like 3 or 4. One of them, somebody ended 0-17 or 0-16. It's been going around. It's an epidemic today. But at least they take down Tyra. Tyra the Tyrant. Okay.
Go.
Good one here. Oh, missed shot by Scorchy now.
Serum's on the board, baby.
Serum's on the board. He heard us talking about him. Look at this from JS Feltner, though. Not another 3K from JS Feltner. You can't let him do this to you. He gets 2 and he goes low and has the op right there. But we get our first bomb plant of the half here in round 12. Tap from Beast. He's good. Is he ready for a second
scary.
up there? Oh, he sees the foot of Jay Breezy. JS Feltner, they know where he is. Drop down. He hears that. Flash. Molly comes down. And Absolute knows that he has to be off of the bomb. Flash goes up. Now out comes Absolute. He has to go for this stick. Absolute! The nade does not quite reach him. He gets the kill, and they get on the board finally.
What I will say that is encouraging from Drugs and Pugs is I don't think mentally they're out of it, because they got the opening kill and did not just rush on the outside. They still took their time. They threw their smokes. They flashed all the op angles out, and it led to them securing more kills and eventually the round, even though it did get a little hairy. But it's good to see that their composure is still up, even though the scoreline is still not up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a one round at a time game, right? You get pistol here, you never know what could happen.
All they got to do is win one round 12 times.
That's it. That's all they got to do. Might be a little hard. Sunk gets one. Immediately traded out. Absolute coming through. Denying the plant. Also quickly traded out. Now Serum spamming desperately through the smoke. Last alive now. Drugs and Pugs. This was their opportunity to try to get back into this one.
I will say there's a 1-to-1 correlation in rounds that Serum's gotten a kill and the rounds that don't punch again. And that trend continues.
That trend does continue, as a matter of fact.
So right now, if I'm Drugs and Pugs, we gotta activate Serum, because he's your secret sauce right now. Any round he gets a kill, you win. I mean, InControl just looks so comfortable on this map. I mean, for it to be Drugs and Pugs' map pick, I'm sure there's overlap, which is why it was floated, but they look really, really well fleshed out. They got anti-eco setups. Looks like they did some anti-stratting.
Okay. Trying to push outside. It feels like this is all but over right here. Unless the Sunk Scout goes absolutely buck wild here. It's gonna look like a late lobby push, maybe?
Yeah, InControl
waiting for it.
Yeah. Just waiting for Drugs and Pugs to get antsy.
Yeah, and there's the immediate punishment. Down to just Sunk, last alive with a scout. Down to 7 HP. There it is, InControl 13-1 against Drugs and Pugs.
Just clinical stuff. Just clinical stuff from InControl.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's that like wasn't even close.
It wasn't even like, there are some games you can look at and you're like, we lost 13-8, but there were like 3 or 4 1vx's in swing rounds we lost that really, put us in the dumps for the game. That one was not like that. It felt like every round there were 2 or 3 alive on the CTs, which with how the CT economy is, that's so important. And like I said, in BO1 Counter-Strike, the pistols matter a lot. BO5 a little less so. I try not to judge too harshly on pistol rounds, but the gun rounds were also just so strong for InControl. I mean, they just looked like they were a class above. So hopefully Drugs and Pugs can pick up from the slow start and take into map 2, which was Train.
Yes, it is.
And so
they can't hear production on the broadcast.
Gotcha.
By the way, only we hear production and all of his hilarious jokes, because he was telling some very funny jokes earlier at the expense of All In Gaming 23.
Not my guy, All In Gaming.
Say that again, Cole.
Not my guy, All In Gaming.
No, we love All In Gaming. It was all in good fun, but it was hilarious. I raucously laughed out loud. Should we do a quick, what do we think about a quick break out there, production, for going to the bathroom? All right. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back for map number 2. We'll jump straight into Train.
Love it.
I know you left me down and out, and now the river is red. Got that hit on your head. Should have buried your dead. Should have listened to me and said, oh, better watch out, my friend. When it goes dark, you better lay low. When it goes dark, you better You should've kept up on your end. Should've been there when you said I depended on you over and over again. You think I'll sit here and pretend I don't forgive, I don't forget? Let me tell you this, my friend. You better lay
Ela por ser gentil, meigo e boca profissional. Mas que camada legal. Mas que camada legal. Mas que mamada 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 legal. Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
We're back, baby. We're here. And we are, well, we're back. I already said that. Cole, we got Train coming up here. Drugs and Pugs versus InControl. InControl dominating on Nuke there, 13-1. Drugs and Pugs have got to do a memory wipe here, Men in Black style, and just get that out of their mind right now because we're going to train. What are the keys to victory here?
They got to start small. They got to go one by one. Get the pistol round, secure the conversion. If you do that twice, the chances of you winning the map pretty high. Do it on both sides. So, you know, just keep, like you said, it's one round at a time. So they just got to keep the game in front of them. You know, sometimes you got to unbind tab, especially if you're Serum in that game. Just don't hit tab and look at the score. Just play the game, look at your crosshair, listen to your teammates. And, you know, honestly, all things considered, it couldn't really go much worse. So there's nowhere really for them to go but up. And if they get 13-0'd, I'm sorry, but I do think that they're too good to get slaughtered that hard on 2 maps in a row. So I think Drugs and Pugs will come a little refreshed. Hopefully they got some stuff in on Train. And I mean, but if InControl if they look as tight as they do on Train as they did on Nuke, it's gonna be tough. So let's see what they got.
Yeah, we'll find out. And I do want to say as well, I think that at least with like that crushing of a defeat, it kind of falls over into the category of like laugh it off. Like that was a fluke, that laugh it off, and let's get out there. And look at this. Serum's doing exactly that. Gets himself a double, more kills than that first map. And eventually we'll get some sound coming through here as well for the feed. There it is. Tyra last alive here on the push, and it's looking like Drugs and Pugs are indeed shaking that one off and getting, well, they're at least matching the score of their last map.
Like I said, it can't get much worse. And look what I said. 100% of the rounds they've won when Serum gets a kill.
So it's still going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no plant for InControl. Wouldn't it be something if Drugs and Pugs do to InControl what InControl just did to them? I mean,
I've seen Stranger Things.
Right. Yeah.
Not the Netflix series, but
I think both of these maps lend themselves to having that happen as well. Yeah, just tearing through them with the MP9, staying grouped up, staying clumped up on the CT side.
Bit of a weird buy from InControl. I know Calamity likes to do his thing where he'll just buy an MP9 or a MAC-10 with armor even on rounds where he shouldn't otherwise be saving. But he gets a lot of freedom. But it looks like a full buy from him, a full save from Scorchy, and then 3 deagles from the other team. So, interesting to see, because if they just, you know, go get wiped the rest of this, they're going to be on a weird buy the next 2. And we'll see. I don't know what their plan is economically after this round should they lose it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe JS Feltner gets something on the MP9. InControl are definitely making them work to close these rounds out right now, or at least this one. Slowing things way down.
It's tough because when you go against weird buys as the CTs, it's hard to navigate the other team's eco and call out anti-ecos. There might be a round down the line where they're expecting Tech 9s and armor and are against a full AK buy. So, you know, I don't know if that's the intention for InControl, but I mean, if you look at the buy now, Calamity's probably just gonna MAC 10 up again if they buy around this, and then. Yeah, see, they're in like a weird spot. Calamity's gonna buy light armor and get a tech and a MAC 10, and then Scorchy's gonna. They're essentially saving again for the next round, and Calamity again will be on a MAC 10 and armor.
All right. I don't know. They know more than I do. So do you.
Well,
so
Calamity
I'll trust the process.
Calamity is known for this. This is not uncommon behavior from him. And to their credit, it works a lot of the time, and he's comfortable on those maps. So.
Yeah, I mean, I look at him open that up. Ivy has been busted through now, and a second kill as well. This is not the round that Drugs and Pugs want to lose, but it's quickly looking that way, and a sudden appearance from the console god or something like that. And now, here we go, Control find themselves on the board, and just as we're talking about it, I guess we don't. I especially don't have to think about it too much.
I guess I'm full of shit. Calamity's smarter than me. He kills 2 people, Mach 10 and armor pays for itself, he picks up an upgrade, he lives in the next round.
That's, that one's rough for Drugs and Pugs, because they're not exactly rich here.
Yeah.
Just a single M4 out.
Life of the CT side.
But it doesn't look like they're really changing anything up. They're still just keeping the 4 outside on yard. They're going to sort of play a little aggressive, it looks like. No, they're falling back, just playing the top of the train.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of teams will start wanting to be, especially early, and then the rotates from Z into D are so fast. So people put a lot of pressure on the CTs, put a lot of pressure on their B anchor to hold 2 entryways, but because the rotates are so fast, it's pretty reliably done. So long dog control is taken by the Ts, which is always scary if you are a CT on this part, because there are so many angles and so many ways to get shot in the side of the head on trains specifically, so they don't have a ton of space outside. And it looks like some sort of exit coming from the Ts.
Yeah, Control, they should be moving out onto A. They hear the spam through the smoke. Flashes come out, and here come the bodies now. Moving in, Jay Breezy sitting on the back of site. He is going to get the opening sunk. Gets taken out. Jay Breezy picks up a second, picking up the slack, and now Scorchy watching the back of his teammates. Is going to clear out Pop Dog. It's 3v3 as the bomb goes down. This is still doable for Drugs and Pugs. They get 1 for 1. Serum with 2, as a matter of fact. And now they know where Scorchy is looking around. He's going to try to line him up. Has to tap him down, but can't do it. That will be the bomb defuse in Drugs and Pugs.
My goat Serum is back.
They narrowly avoid. Yeah, he never left, but they narrowly avoid. If InControl get that round and reset them, I think this starts getting a little worrisome.
Yeah, I mean, again, life of CTs is already sucks. You've won 3 of the 4 rounds, and you have 3 people. You have 2 people alive in the most recent one, and now you have to get 2 MP9s because your economy is still bad. And InControl basically get a full buy. They could get a full buy if Beast had dropped JS Shelter, and they're opting for the Mach 10 instead, which is fine. But yeah, it's tough if you're a CT in current day.
Oh, maybe they can line him up though. No, this time quick through the smoke. Blind Serum gets target overload, and now numbers are for InControl, and the spam from Sunk. He gets 1 in a quick second as well.
It's a very winnable 2v1 for Luke 4K, but they know he's the B anchor.
I was just going to say, yeah, I think Sunk might have made it so that this is a winnable round here for Luke 4K. It does get... Look, another game where somebody's 0 kills several rounds in. It's still a while here.
1 hop this time.
Luke's struggling, and Tyra's staring.
Yeah, if he doesn't clear this shot. Oh, he still almost got the kill. He just started holding the movement key while with the MP9. Still almost got the kill. Yeah, I mean, that's brutal too, because now you have 2 or 3 double saves for the CTs, so they have to buy. So that's essentially 2 more rounds that are going to be really hard. So you're looking at 4-3 in control after these next 2 rounds, hypothetically, based on the economy.
See what they can do. Tyra gets the opening again. Force buy all in for Drugs and Pugs. A little bit of money left on Luke, but really not much to speak of. And a big opening with a lot of damage done to Absolute backs them away from that upper B control. And InControl can just take their time here. They hold on to upper B right now. They have to make Drugs and Pugs sweat this out a little bit.
It's tough when you're on a bad buy and the CT's already down man, because you kind of have to look for something, and with a scout and a Deagle and a 5-7, it's kind of hard to have any concerted play on this map, especially to take any control. They're just kind of hoping that the CT's walking to their crosshair. And wisely, Drugs and Pugs, they stack outside trying to hope they walk into the stack, and wisely InControl just throw a whole B exec to an empty bomb site.
And also wisely, Drugs and Pugs. Okay, I knew it. The map on this overlay is still using the old train map. You see that there's 3 trains outside?
That's funny.
I also noticed that when they run down Ivy, it's like to the left of where the Ivy is. That's what gave it away for me just now. But like you can see that Sunk is staring down, but staring into a wall in the minimap. No one noticed until I said it, but there you go. Now I'm here. It'll be over after this map. Don't worry.
I do like the call from Drugs and Pugs to just gamble stack, and then they get an empty site, but they just full save the guns. So now they're still threatening in this round against InControl, and InControl know that, so they can't get sloppy. And either way, they'll be able to have a buy next round. It might not be a great buy, but it's not a bad call from Drugs and Pugs.
No, it's not. I like the fact that they move off there. They keep their guns here. They at least have armor and some kind of weaponry for this round. I don't love their odds. Maybe, just maybe, Serum will sneak up back behind here. Oh, okay. Yes, he will. Gets the headshot. The goated Serum as we talked. Okay, gets in front of the molly. Is shut down by Scorchy, who's ready for that.
Definitely a bit of a heat check, but I respect it.
And still 1 for 1. Okay, Calamity has his AK. They're backing Drugs and Pugs away. They get the kill. It's 2v2. Drugs and Pugs, they had the numbers for the moment, but...
Yeah, if I'm Drugs and Pugs here, I'm playing exits with this MP9. Doesn't really matter. They're going to buy next round, but I think if you try to farm up some of the economy money from the MP9 kills, might be beneficial. Unfortunately, that's not happening.
No, it's not. Tyra and Calamity are going to shut it all down. And InControl, they are back to being in control of this game. They take the lead. We'll get ourselves a buy round. Oh, okay, we'll get the liquid MP9 buy.
It's not bad either. Luke is still being otherwise kind of a hero rifle. I don't mind this either from Drugs and Pugs. They want to get an off out, so I don't disagree with this at all.
I don't, especially when you get these 2 openings. Sunk full blind, blasting the head of JS Feltner. Okay, gets himself another, or maybe a third. There's the heat check you were talking about. Now it's old hell. Tyra clearing it out. One Scorchy close by, but not a second. Scorchy last alive now. Spotted. Absolute, but good timing from Serum to save the day. 2 guns saved and Drugs and Pugs tied up.
Not bad. You win the MP9 round and save 2 guns on top of it. It helps your economy long term. Not a bad round from Drugs and Pugs. You like to see it. Also, I do want to double back. What do you think the over/under is? Like, how many times you use the InControl or InControl pun like throughout the tournament?
Ooh. I've used it at least 5 times per map on it for InControl.
Like I almost did earlier, and then I was just like, that fruit seems too low hanging. I don't want to do it.
I mean, I don't do it on purpose sometimes, just because
it feels right though, right?
Right. Coughing into the mic. You know what else feels right? Is this InControl push onto A main, who are well in control of this site now. That time I did it on purpose.
Gotta love being the B anchor when your yard players are just getting mopped. You can't even rotate anywhere without them just knowing exactly where you're gonna be.
No, I think it sucks.
I mean, that was about as clean around can be. 25 plus 9. 34 points of damage dealt by the CTs the whole round. They're in a 5v1 with the bomb down.
Yeah, I mean, Luke didn't even have to use any utility. He's full utility here.
B anchor life.
Just vibing now, waiting.
Terrorists win.
We'll see if see if Drugs and Pugs can snap back, but it feels like their economy is getting kind of smashed apart here.
Surely Serum drops 2 rifles. Absolute Ops sunk. And Luke drops an MP9 to someone. Is that how the math works? Let's see what they do.
Absolute can buy for himself. Serum can drop 1. And Luke,
yeah, but if they want to get an op up,
MP9.
they have 2 people who can drop an op to Sunk. Absolute and Serum if he sells that M4 back. Yeah, they got a timeout. I think they're trying to work out the economy.
We're trying to work the economy out up here.
No, I've got it solved already. Speak for yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to work on the economy out here up in the production booth. God, somebody.
Oh, they're just going into the round like this. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Just save.
Are they typing not live?
Goodness. Scorchy. Getting wrecked out here. This is aggressive from the save of Drugs and Pugs. And the guns that they had are immediately gone. Sunk is last alive here.
Good lord.
A flawless round from InControl.
They still messed the buy up somehow. Well, I guess Luke and Sunk and Jay Breezy all saved, so they didn't mess it up, but their money was going to be fucked either way.
Is that a timeout I heard called? No, I don't know what I'm hearing. Luke 4K needs to get himself activated here. Although he's been B anchor, right? So
yeah, he's resigned himself to buying a smoke and body armor and just spotting lower inner. So he might go up right.
Oh, no timing. Scorchy gonna grab that one.
Luke wanted to activate himself and he just dies.
He did. Serum's gonna get 1, but quickly traded out by Tyra. And this feels like it's all falling apart here for Drugs and Pugs. Getting chewed up 1 by 1.
Yeah, I mean, Luke was tired of just rotating, so he decided he was gonna go look for his 1 and then got off. It's when it rains, it pours.
Okay, Tyra coming out. Gets himself a double again. Sunk wants to, oh my goodness, he's not getting away. Wants to try to get that op out into the next round. They say no, and as a matter of fact, Drugs and Pugs will go into the last round of the first half of our second map of our best of 5 Season 8 Grand Finals for off-season shenanigans. They will be pretty broke here. MP9s for them. Got a scout. Gonna be just as fast upper control, splitting either to pop dog or upper. An absolute gets 1 to start out. But InControl just slow the pace right down.
Yeah, let's see what the mid-round call is. Now that they're down numbers and don't have a ton of space. They have some. If I had to gather, it's looking like an inner exec of sorts. Or upper or lower B, I guess. I don't know what you want to call that, but fortunately for Drugs and Pugs, they have 2 already. Yeah, I think it's inner. I don't know, man. All the callouts on this map are just different trains.
Is the one called Thomas? That's a good tag. Might be able to get a second.
Scorchy's playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, he is. Oh, but he comes out on top.
You have to have an inkling that he's not alone if he's opping here.
Yeah, if he's opping back there, there's somebody down here on site to support, or scouting back there. There's somebody supporting on site. But still, J.S. Feldner's going to go down as well. Serum coming in hot. Truth for this round. Calamity gets 1, lines up a second, but Jay Breezy collects the kill, and it is a 5-7 half. So much more competitive here from Drugs and Pugs. But how CT-sided do you feel this map is, Cole?
Admittedly, I haven't played a ton of this iteration of Train. At the beginning, as most new maps are, it was pretty heavy T-sided, um, but I think it's kind of skewed back towards being relatively even, if I'm not mistaken. I could be just full of shit, but um, yeah, I mean, it's all about the economy. I tend to lean that this map tends to be T-sided just because of the economy itself too. But again, I don't have a lot of experience on this map specifically. At least this version of it. I gotta know it's a Ivy play.
Okay. This one's a classic. Tyrus pushback, doesn't find an opening. There it is. Gets 1, 2, maybe the third, not quite, but I think that is enough damage done. Serum's gonna release himself from A main. And quickly traded out. Beast is close by with Dooley. Scorchy, one more, and it's just Sunk last alive. If there's anybody that can do it, it is Sunk. Tapping away, has to be careful, looking for the trade. Beast is close by, gonna make the big swing and shut him down. Beast gets the pistol round for InControl.
I like the idea from Drugs and Pugs. I hate that they know that that guy is back lane and they don't jump around that first corner. The guy just runs around the corner and instantly eats a headshot. If you're on that and you have blocks and you're close against a USB, you just want to draw the guy's crosshair. If you're jumping and he hits a headshot, he got you, but the likelihood of him doing that is probably pretty low. You want to just draw the crosshair so your teammates behind you can run him down. He ends up getting 2 before he gets killed. That ended up being what swung around in the CT's favor. Oh god, get dumped on.
Oh no. Oh, and Luke jumped out in front, but Beast is able to switch back. Using back there to hide. And look at this, InControl just slowly pushing forward. They are not afraid of Drugs and Pugs whatsoever. Absolute. One on the Deagle, and that's a good tag from Serum, but now Absolute last alive. 4 up for InControl. And it's 9-5 here. InControl, yeah. They've just looked really sharp tonight.
I mean, the biggest thing that I've noticed about them has been on their anti-ecos. Their util is so good. There are a lot of rounds where they're not even seeing people and doing hundreds of damage just with HEs and mollies, and that makes such a big difference when you have MP9s where you don't even have to really hit the headshot, you just body shot them a couple times, and they've taken so much util damage and it doesn't matter. That's what I get for praising their util with that. But yeah, you know, overall, that notwithstanding, their util has been very solid, especially on their anti-eco rounds.
No. But here's the response from Drugs and Pugs now that they have weapons. They get 2. Beast is going to get up in their face into A main. Waits for some kind of trade.
I like the play from InControl. So they saw the 2 people die in upper B, and they take control elsewhere, even though they lost 2 members, and then flash even deeper to clear deep. And they got all this info now. I mean, even down 2 players in a 3v5, InControl make a really good play. Their protocol was to get T-Con control, clear it out, then flash deeper to get even more info. I mean, that's just really, really solid and team-built Counter-Strike there.
Yeah, and that's even more information. JS Feltner jumping out. Eventually, the kill does come through for Jay Breezy, but JS Feltner gets himself 2. Now Scorchy looking for Serum on the back line over here.
Now they're in a weird spot with low time and an opportunity for Scorchy to isolate 1v1s. Looks like he's picking the wrong site as Drugs and Pugs just kind of went off noise. I don't think they knew where he was either, so... And I think he could be flying through B that just smoked pop, so... This could be dangerous right now.
Okay. Serum is there on the cross. Scorchy charging out, trying to deny the plant.
It's a good round from Drugs and Pugs. They went up 3v5 early, and like I said, InControl had a really, really solid mid-round play and idea. And they end up clawing themselves back into the round and then just had it fall just short. But it was basically a bonus round, and it looks like they're forcing this round with 3 MP9s, 5-7, and an up. Actually, It's unconventional, but I really like it from InControl.
Yeah, I do too. This is definitely got the trappings of a winning round, potentially. Drugs and Pugs also have an opportunity to make this a very close map. Dancing around in T-Con, Sunk's gonna win that battle. Can't win the second.
It's so good from InControl. They have this pretty bad buy, and they have an idea with it, right? They're gonna go, we're gonna fight for T-Con. They go 1-for-1, which is fine, but I think they can recover the AK if they search a little further, but you know, just they're not buying without purpose. They know what they're doing, even though they don't have a great gun round here.
Yeah, no, it's been very interesting to watch, and now they're just waiting. They're going to be tested over here at B.
And Drugs and Pugs aren't going to expect an op when they've seen MP9s and pistols.
I was just going to say, they are not expecting an op out here upper. There might be a flash that pushes Scorchy off, or even better, a molly. Can't back away in time. Just a little greedy going for that. Calamity thought he had the kill. Gets punished for turning away. On a 2v3 here now. Very close. Absolute. Gets the information on one. Beast getting spammed up from Thomas back there. That nade is going to bring JS Feltner even low. And that op being brought out. Now Beast has the mission just to get it out of here. Yeah, he's going to charge straight towards Ivy. So fantastic round from Drugs and Pugs to hold on to that. Great stuff from InControl to, like you said, come into an awkward buy round like that with a plan. But Drugs and Pugs, they're putting up a fight here, which you love to see after how rough Nuke was.
Yeah, and again, props to Drugs and Pugs going up, or going, I think, over even. I think it might have been a 4v4, but you know, not biting too hard on seeing MP9s, because, you know, if it's me, if I'm calling that, maybe I call for a contact play against, you know, what might be low util or, you know, not a great buy, but that feeds right into an op, right? So they were smart. They had a bunch of utils still. They threw an exit, secured the round safely. Didn't get overzealous off of seeing what they anticipated to be a bad buy. And then here's the thing that InControl. Yeah, here's the thing that InControl do so well. They have an op and an MP9 invested this round, and more or less nothing else. And if Scorchy's got an op, they have a chance in the round.
Yeah, they do. I mean, he's set up here at camera. He's got to be careful from the pop dog peek, but he might be able to get a second. He comes around the corner. Yes, he will. Serum is gone and now close by with the deagle. It's Beast. Gets himself one. Can't quite get the second. Sunk with a beautiful headshot there. Potentially saving things for Drugs and Pugs. Gets himself a second as well, but Scorchy, 3 on the saved op, and a 4th as well. InControl go up to 10.
Man, I remember watching Scorchy when he was playing with my buddy who I ended up playing with on the team, Snoofafu, when they played on MCS Gaming, and he was someone that I always, when I watched him, I was never, like, wowed with any, like, level of flashy play. He didn't hit any crazy, ridiculous flicks, but he never misses what are easy shots, the sitters, as they call them, and his positioning is so good. He moves around so well and so safely, and is always catching people off guard where they're not expecting a scope to be posted on him. He's a really impressive player to watch just because he does that so well. And there's not a lot of really good operas in advanced in ECL, just because my whole, especially in NA, and my whole thing is always when there's no good operas in advanced because they're in ECL. And he's one of those guys who made the jump and posted okay stats at his debuting in ECL. So he was one of my guys to watch, and rounds like that are exactly why.
Yeah, I mean, he has been Mr. Reliable for InControl both tonight and across this tournament. Boosted up here, Tyra. He's going to get the opening there on Sunk. And it's a force buy as well from Drugs and Pugs. They need this one if they don't want to be playing for overtime. Spotted through the crack. Beast is going to get a second. Given to him there as Luke 4K charges out. his head, and Absolute alongside Serum now, very low HP, and that's InControl. I mean, this is...
What are they? What are they right now? What are they? Tell me.
They are well in control of this
Let's go!
game. I stopped myself there, but then you goaded it out of me.
I had to goad you on.
You did. That's incredible. We both used the exact same word there just now.
It's because we're old.
And wise.
It's true. Just like the Appalachian Mountains. I don't fuck with the Rockies.
Okay. Well, it looks like InControl doesn't fuck around with much either, because right now we are going to map point. What is our third map? Mirage.
Mirage? Ooh. We went from the 2 blue maps to the yellow map.
To the yellow. And then we go green and then yellow again. If Drugs and Pugs can...
Yeah, no, this is definitely going to 5. So.
Push it. Yeah. Well, not such a great buy here from Drugs and Pugs.
Can't hold anything back now.
Nope. Gotta charge forward. Look at this, Tyra. I have a feeling Tyra is in for a highlight reel here. 1 second as well. Third. Ready to take us to Mirage. The Molly is there. Some good damage onto Sunk. And I think that should be it, as they know where these last 2 players are. Jay Breezy and Sunk, they're definitely shooters. But are they feeling themselves enough to dig themselves out of this hole here?
It's tough. That crossfire is really hard to break. Got the crosshair. Oh, that's so tragic. Sunk would have killed him with that nade, too.
Yeah. What would have been even more tragic is if that landed on Jay Breezy and killed him with it. But there it is, InControl going up 13-7. Absolutely incredible performance there across the board from InControl, but Scorchy especially MVP of Train there, 108 ADR, and yeah, this looks scary for Drugs and Pugs. I mean, it's do or die time here. You have to win. They at least get a start out on CT side Mirage here, with it being InControl's map pick, but that feels like really the only silver lining here with the way InControl are playing. It's scary.
I mean, we're on the great equalizer, Mirage.
That is the great equalizer.
It's where the silvers become globals, and the globals become silvers. So this is where it happens. So you know, I've seen crazier things, man. I hope Drugs and Pugs can make it. You know, that game was certainly more competitive than map 1. But I hope this is, you know, I hope we keep trending in that direction. There were some signs of life from Drugs and Pugs, but again, InControl's protocols are so solid and so tight that a lot of rounds they have no business even being in, let alone winning. They end up securing. It's impressive. Like I said, the one round where Scorchy has a saved op and they have 3 saves and an MP9, and Scorchy somehow finds 4 with the only way they can kill that many people. And you know, that type of stuff, and it happens a lot with InControl because, like I said, they have plans every time they have a round that's on a weird buy. So, you know, just really impressive stuff. Like I said, I was glad to see some more signs of life from Drugs and Pugs. But like I said, InControl, you could tell they've put a lot of work into these maps, and their protocols are very, you know, very well thought out and fleshed out. And you can tell they're second nature with the players. There's not a lot of thinking in that sense. They're just doing it because it's so ingrained in how they're playing.
Yeah, it looks very fluid, and it just looks very tight, and like you said, it looks very practiced. That being said, let's cut to a quick bathroom break if we want, if production is down for that. Is production down for that? That's the question, really, that I had. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Chad, are you down for it? Because when we come back, we're coming back into Mirage, okay? Stay tuned.
Gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through? For you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. Won't you let the light shine through? For you, for you. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through? For you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through? For you, for you.
Saw you in a field of ice and snow, holding out your hand for me to go. Wasn't scared to see you, always knew it in my bones that something here was bound to take me home. You said you don't know me well, but I'm your angel in white. I'll be close if you come, I'll be just behind you. You're not on the list, but I can get you inside. Use your mind, listen to my voice as a guide. You give yourself over, yeah, you don't wanna fight. If you do, I'm gonna bid you a hard cold goodnight. Baby, hang on to your ticket, you're doing alright. And if you don't trust it, hold it up to the light. Can if not you, not here, then I don't know. As above, as ever, so below. Something here was bound to take me home.
All right, people, we are back and we are live for pistol round here now. Drugs and Pugs need to step it up. The whole shebang is on the line here.
Good old Palace Pop for the pistol.
But look at this, 3 stacked up here on A, ready for it.
Yeah, this is going to be dicey. Right side smoking Molly.
Okay, Scorchy though, along with Beast, swinging out. Beast with another and a third. Oh, this is not the pistol round that Drugs and Pugs wanted to start out this one. And I lied to you before we went to break. I thought it was InControl's map pick here. This is Drugs and Pugs map pick, so they're starting out Seaside.
I mean, either InControl have done some pretty in-depth demo analysis, because it just feels like every pistol round they've had some level of setup to counter exactly what Drugs and Pugs are doing, or they are just, whoever's calling is calling a life game right now, or life series.
I mean, these teams had a couple days to like prep for this match before it happened, so they knew who they were playing. At least it was Friday that Drugs and Pugs won in the semifinals, so it's very possible some anti-stratting may be coming into play here. Tyra is in a tough position. He's going to get a flash out of there. The stack down low doesn't catch anything. Oh, now they give him the peek. Okay, Serum. He had a rough opening there on Nuke, we saw, but
We love a good Glock kill, though.
we do love a good Glock kill.
Let's see who's going to be the most patient.
Sunk's got a minute to wait. Oh, he gets the shot.
Yeah, that's after the round you're saying in comms to your buddies, you're saying, got mine.
Got mine. Sunk has been getting his all night, that's for sure.
Yeah, Sunk I've been very impressed with watching him. I'm excited to be going to land with him. Maybe he'll carry me.
You'll carry him. What are you talking about?
I'm washed, but it's all good.
You wait. Big D's gonna make his land debut someday, and it's gonna be all over for you people. Mainly because NA was just shut down, saying there's no hope.
I see an AUG purchase.
Oh yes, you do. There is the AUG out here on the board in a big fight in mid. Serum he's gonna find himself 2 to start out.
Calamity's being real ratty in this cat's mode.
Yeah, but he thinks better of it. Probably wise. I like this push from Scorchy on the AUG to clear out A main. He's low HP, but depending on how far he pushes, he could...
He's going to get a lot of info, though, but if they go 1-for-1, if he catches bad spacing, it'll be good, but we'll see.
One, lining him up, and a second on the low HP Sunk.
He accidented Sunk.
That one does not feel good for Sunk.
I guess the AUG is just meta. It's super sick.
Oh, and that's the bomb spotted as well. JS Feltner is going to call Calamity over.
Yeah, it's such a weird spot in the round where the CTs can just be everywhere.
Right. You have no idea where they are. You're hoping they're not in Palace. They're probably not in Palace from that ramp push, but we do hear close by on Ticket. Oh, and spotted out. JS Feltner goes up. Luke 4K has to do it all right here. The bomb is planted for him. There's a hit on Calamity. Tap. They know where Luke is now. He eats a dink there. Doesn't feel great, and Calamity's going to finish him off with the MP9. That's the round for InControl. A 3-0 start. The gun round denied for Drugs and Pugs here.
So it's well known in advanced plus North American Counter-Strike that Calamity is the best MP9 player in the scene. any other person taking... Yeah, and it's not even close. And any other person taking a fight against a headshot angle and connector with an MP9, I'm like, what is this guy doing? Calamity takes a fight on a guy on a headshot angle and connector with an MP9, I'm confident he's killing everyone.
Well, he's been proving why that's the case here tonight. I'm not surprised hearing that at all. Oh, and that's a deep molly. Miss May, they are going to eat that one. Oh, and they're going to eat that one as well. Flashes out. Calamity to hold on. Scorchy with the crossfire as well. Sidearm drawn. Calamity's able to finish. Sunk now on the Deagle, last alive. Getting shredded through the wall. Drugs and Pugs with no plant in control. Well in control of this Mirage map.
And again, just the counter util. They see the B-pop coming and they drop 2 HEs and 2 people are dead before they can even get out of the window or out of the apartment halls. Like I said, they have a protocol. They have an answer for every scenario.
Yeah, it's been crazy to watch. The CT side across all 3 of these maps has been
Scorchy op activated.
Nuts. Yep. Scorchy. Somebody's about to peek. Missed shot though.
I didn't know that was possible for him.
That's the first one that we've seen in a long time, and now the kills are coming through for Drugs and Pugs finally. They get 3 here in mid.
They might not expect J.S. Feltner, given that Scorchy died on Cat as well.
I don't think they do, but they just back away from mid altogether.
Yeah, surely it's just a save from InControl if they don't go towards B. J.S. Feltner, though, is going to go for it, it looks like.
Or at least get exits?
I mean, if he gets a good timing... I will say Drugs and Pugs are really good because they're methodical, and anytime they're up numbers, their MO is to group up and do something together. That can sometimes be their undoing against more active teams like InControl, or teams that don't so frequently give up space, and that's exactly why.
Yep, because there you go. J.S. Feltner finds the timing, gets a double easy, and pinching from behind his Calamity. They spot out Sunk. Sunk gonna spam through the wall, has to come out for the bomb plant, but there's J.S. Feltner at 3K on the 2v4 retake, and InControl don't give up a round.
Yeah, they were so slow to come out. I mean, they had a guy out Tetris up 4v2, and he was just holding the space, waiting for the team to walk up with him. And it took them so long. There was just a huge flank timing for InControl, and J.S. Feltner hit it. And that's what won them the round. I mean, sometimes you just gotta take the space where you think it is, even if it means giving up a kill. And Drugs and Pugs were a little slow that time, so I don't know cost them.
Yeah, I mean, at least they have another gun round here with the plant going down, but that one's gonna do a number on your mental.
I mean, that was what I was calling for them to save, and then J.S. Feltner just did a really good flank timing and kills 2, and then kills 2, and then the CT player takes his 1v1, and it goes from a 4v2 to a 1v2. Or, yeah, a 4v2 to a 2v1.
Big flash into ramp, and Beast is going to pick that one up. Traded by Jay Breezy.
I like a little micro play there.
Oh, they don't clear Tyra out. Luke. Sunk is going to get headshot as well through the smoke. Scorchy with one on the op, and now just Absolute gets himself a trade and some damage. Maybe that nade will find a home. At least Tyra is a little lower, but still has to recover this bomb. Looking around for it. 40 seconds remain, and he's got 3 players lining him up right now around the corner.
Tyra playing with fire there.
Here they come. There it is. J.S. Feltner 6-0 here on Mirage InControl.
It's
really forward.
It's really hard as a T taking those jungle peaks because they're all left eye peaks if you're coming from Tetris side. And for the CTs, if they're peeking in, it's a right eye peek, so they technically should see you first. And when you have 3 CTs also in that general vicinity, it makes it a lot harder too. But not only is it hard to isolate and win the fights, it's hard to even get the 1v1s. And Absolute couldn't really find anything.
Well, maybe this is their round. They've got the pistols. Maybe they switch something up. They seem to be really dead set on getting someone going out mid. It did flash, but Tyra pushed up into Valley with JS Feltner to support on Cat. They pick themselves up 3 between them. Eventually Tyra goes down, but last alive here. Absolute going down. This one feels like it is slipping away for Drugs and Pugs right now. Maybe the silver lining is that this is a CT-sided map.
Yeah, I mean, another half buy, and Drugs and Pugs, again, they have a plan. They got their double under, and they're trying to crunch mid from underpass and top mid. But with Tech 9s against AKs, it's never an easy task. I think Drugs and Pugs, when they've gone heavy mid, they've traded out pretty well. It's always been the mid-late round where they've faltered after they've been up numbers. But they've been successful grouping and taking a lot of space mid. I would like to see them do that and not just reset so hard and just keep the mid space, because that's what they like to do. They take mid and then they leave it. And that's where they've been burned, with someone who stays in mid and reclears it instantly, and they have the fast flank, and they know to stack on the extremities.
Okay. Well, Serum's gonna get himself one here. Calamity, I think, might have given his position away. I think they heard him. He's not gonna be able to get anything, and now this A site is falling apart. And here we go, Drugs and Pugs finally are gonna get themselves on the board. Scorchy last alive with the op. He's gonna have to just back away and try to save this, although actually
no, he's ninja defusing, I think.
Okay. Scorchy is what I was gonna say is, despite InControl being like 7 rounds, they don't have a lot of money in the bank.
No. I mean, JS Feltner's big money, but that's pretty much it. I mean, Beast will be able to buy himself next round, and JS Feltner will probably drop 1 and then or 2, and then Scorchy will drop 1 if he doesn't die. But they should be able to still buy. They got 2 who can buy themselves, and then JS Feltner can drop a rifle, 2 rifles over, maybe even an op and 2 rifles. Or Calamity will MP9 and 3K with it somehow. You're just gonna spam 3 of them through the window smoke. It's so funny because Beast could have just got an M4. Or Calamity could have an M4, but he's just MP9s.
Well, they still have the op, and yeah, like you said, Calamity feels so at home on that MP9. And
I mean,
why
this
wouldn't
is
he?
yeah, this is a really important round. If Drugs and Pugs win it, InControl should be eco for 2 more rounds after this. So theoretically, Drugs and Pugs win it, it's 7-2, and then they have 2 more rounds. And you're looking at 7-4, and either going into the half at 8-4 or 7-5. You're not in a bad spot going into the CT half.
Well, and they must have heard you as well, because this time around, Drugs and Pugs are taking the mid control and they're doing something with it. Tyra sniffs out that something might be happening behind that smoke. JS Feltner needs to be careful as this smoke will fade. Immediately begins to move. The opening still going in the favor of Scorchy, who picks up a second on the op. Serum stuck between a rock and a hard place. Eventually, Absolute gets 1. 4K trying to take some space. Gonna get denied. Now, Absolute. Serum coming out of his hiding hole. Begins to strike, but last alive now on low HP in a 1v2. They've got the bomb up here on A, and 30 seconds remain. He has to just get out of there. They don't have the bomb. I lied to you.
They were in a great setup. Serum had so much space. He was all the way into window, and then just had a weird timing where the ladder guy left and the jungle guy left at the same time, and he couldn't capitalize on having so much forward space.
Yeah, and not even able to get the bomb down. They will at least be able to buy on the side of Drugs and Pugs. They kept 5 alive, plus they have the max loss bonus in the last round. They're at least able to full buy here and still maybe shake up the economy of InControl. Oh boy. That's an auto.
Oh.
That's an auto sniper.
Yeah, we're in the third map of the BO5, and you're up 2-0, aren't you? That's
This
this
is
is
what
the
I'm
Steel
doing.
Special.
Is he trying to get back to sell it? No, he's gonna hold on.
We love auto sniper enjoyers.
Scorchy on the M4 is able to pick up one up there in top mid. But it's gonna be a B push here from the probing duo, who are actually pushed back by the smoke, and Beast still not revealed. They don't know this auto is on the board yet.
No, they have no idea what awaits them at the A site. There's only one smoke and a few mollies left for Drugs and Pugs. There's still 3 grouped towards mid, so it's going to look like it's going to be an A split with Absolute here in Palace. Up to a running back. So if I had to call it, they're going to do a right side smoke molly, or the op is just going to look for a pick here, but he's just going to run into an auto. So if Sunk is quick, this is going to be a huge kill. If he gets tagged by the auto, it might be a wrap for Drugs and Pugs in the round.
Well, and we'll find out right here. Spotted out, Sunk going down. Now they know what's around the corner. Luke's going to recover the op. Get the trade, gets a second on the head. Tyra going down, but still a numbers advantage for InControl, and this bomb has to go down, but there's no hope here.
Get the auto, get the auto, get the auto.
They recover the auto.
That's one of your that's one of your Sunk, and you're in the third map and you're getting kind of throttled in the third map, and you walk out and you're like, all right, I'm gonna off this guy ticket, and then you just get auto sniped and you just like take your hands off your mouse and keyboard and you just sigh.
Yeah, well, and now Beast is gonna get aggressive with this thing again. Crouch underneath, spotted out, and a tap is all he needs on the head. Sun's going down one more time. Beast gets himself another. The bomb is down here. Luke 4K is eventually going to trade out with JS Feltner falling down. Another for Luke 4K and Absolute. It's another 1v2. Maybe this one Drugs and Pugs gets converted. No. Calamity shutting it down.
Yeah,
and hello, Icy Fire 48.
2 people dying to an auto. And Calamity with 1 death, 2 people dying to an auto. And then Serum getting Goomba stomped in mid-ramp by an M4.
This is looking grim for Drugs and Pugs. They'll have one more chance to try to get something going on this T side. This may be it. Tyra taking Serum out. Calamity getting the trade. There's Scorchy as well. They see him. Spam is no good. It gets away, but there it is with Calamity. Double, triple on the round. And InControl are 2 away from closing this one out.
Yeah, I think it's... I'm not a gambling man, but if I were, I think the safe bet here is InControl. I don't know, is that a hot take?
I don't think it's yeah, it doesn't look good for Drugs and Pugs here. I mean, there's not, it's just 5 sets of armor. Where are they going? We're gonna stack up mid window.
I love this. I love both sides. I love a Palace pop. I also love 5 USPs and window on the pistol round.
Absolute's doing Google for information, but I think he knows what's happening. Will be the full retake, 5v5. The bomb is planted. Kills coming through. JS Feltner with the double. Third dink on to Jay Breezy and Scorchy coming in hot. It's just Absolute here, last alive. Some nice taps. Nice to see that he's keeping his nerve here under pressure, but now InControl here on map, series, and tournament point. All
right, InControl, the hard part's over. You got the pistol to open the half. Let's see if they close it out strong. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
I don't see why they wouldn't either, but you never know. Stranger things have happened, like you said. Mirage is a CT-sided map, plus these MP9s can be crazy. Tyra, listening to them charge forward, gets one. Spamming for the second, but great timing from Serum to come through. B-side is open. They move through. That nade should all but seal the deal. No, not a lot of damage done. Calamity and JS Feltner, though. Here it is. Just Sunken, Jay Breezy, last alive. And I think we are looking at our Season 8 winners here, potentially, Colt.
It's looking like it, barring something insane. No kits, just a deagle, a kit, a smoke, and some hopes.
Okay. Hold on, though.
Got the party started.
Not going to go down without a fight. Some nice shots, and there it is. InControl with the 3-0 sweep are able to secure the victory for Season 8, and they are your champions here. Congratulations, InControl.
Congrats to the boys. That was about as one-sided of an affair as that could have been. Congrats to those guys. They played lights out. I don't know if there's anything more we can even say about that.
Well, I think I have something to say about that. Scorchy is an absolute animal, and we actually are going to bring him in for an interview here. What do you think about that, Cole?
Are we naming him the MVP?
Oh, easily. He was MVP of the evening. Him or Tyra, right?
Yeah, Tyra had some really nice multi-kills on the rifle. But,
give us just a moment while we wait for this graphic here. Well, we'll bring him in. And we'll put the graphic up on screen when it's ready. Okay, here we go. All right, rapid fire questions starting. Whoops. Here we go now. Scorchy, are you here? Can they hear him on stream, King? Hang on 1 second, Scorchy. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. I look forward to shaking your hand here in a few days and looking you all in the eye and saying, and giving you a nice slow clap here at LAN.
Fun fact,
I'll be at Frag 19.
I have shaken Scorchy's hand. What's up, man?
Is that right?
Congrats on the big dub. Yeah, tattoo, yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna... Yeah, you guys dominated. Are you kidding me?
Dude, watching you run around on Tran with the up was so sick. It's a playground, huh? Yeah, you were moving around. I was heavy glazing you in map 2, so if you end up watching the VOD, so yeah.
Scorchy, click that. Big champions, dude. Can you guys hear Scorchy? Where's the music bot? Let me play a song. What song are you trying to play, JS Feltner? sort it out here. I can hear myself now. Okay, but mute yourself in Discord. Oh, okay, but can you guys hear Scorchy now? Scorchy, hello?
Hello?
Okay, beautiful. Well, Scorchy, congratulations on the big W. How do you feel?
It felt great. Went in confident, came out very confident.
Yeah, that was insane. I know Cole has some questions for you.
Yep.
Oh, what? Do you have like a meal plan? Like, do you meal prep? What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I think I woke up at 2 p.m., so I skipped breakfast.
Oh,
And
that's the secret.
After that, just ate some barbecue food and fragged out.
I do have a real question.
Yep.
Was there any prep for anti-shredding done?
Yeah, we did a little bit. The vetoes went a little differently than we thought it would with their mix-up. We didn't expect them to pick nuke.
Yeah, you guys seem very prepared for that. Like,
yeah,
on the map itself.
Because we were prepping to pick it. So, I mean, it just went in our favor, the whole veto. And I think that just goes to show that our depth in the maps is just hard to veto against, type thing.
Yeah, and I definitely noticed you guys, your protocols were just very well, like, just ingrained.
Yeah.
You guys, not a lot of missteps.
No, yeah, with the practice, as you guys saw on the scoreline, we played perfectly.
Yeah, you did. Well, and how are you feeling about LAN coming up next weekend? It's Frag 19. Are you guys feeling locked in and hyped from this win?
Oh, 100%. We're going in fully locked and loaded, and hopefully we can make some big dents against some of those big teams that signed up. I know there's a few EU teams and South American team signed up, so hopefully we can make some deep runs against them as well.
You're, are you guys not going with your full five? Isn't Snoofafu standing in?
No, we're going with Calamity.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys do have your full five for the event?
Yeah. The
Right on,
five
dude.
that we've been practicing with.
Right. Right on, dude. I'm looking forward. I mean, I'll be playing, but
Oh yeah? Nice.
yeah.
Can't wait to see you in the server.
I hope you guys don't show that form against me. But...
No promises. All right, well, Scorchy, we don't want to keep you too long. We wanted to bring you in here and hear how it was to win. So we appreciate you coming through. Is there anything you want to shout out for the people at home before you take off?
No, thank you for the production. It was a great season, and thank you for the viewers watching.
Hell yeah, well said. Well, thank you so much, Scorchy, for coming through. We'll let you go and be with your team, and congrats again on your win.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.
Hey, you too, man.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, folks. That is going to put a wrap on Season 8 of OSS. It has been a fun, wild ride. I would love to give some shout-outs here, but first, Cole.
Sir.
Would you like to do some shout-outs first?
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier in the cast, but I wanted to bring it up again. RTX, I think I played in the inaugural season of this, and it was cool. You know, it was just a way to get some reps in the off season, maybe try out some people for the team or whatever, and just, you know, have a more competitive than scrims or whatever, but way to play in the off season. But it's been awesome watching this tournament grow into what it is now, where you've got 32 teams signing up, and soon to be, I know in the past they've done HLT for everything, or not for everything, but for playoffs, and it's soon to be that again. We're getting big casts, and you know, a lot of people watching, and I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat that I recognize throughout the scene, and it's awesome seeing this grassroots kind of take off. Like I said, I was in the original one, and it started just kind of fun. But now it's kind of turning into something a lot more competitive, where like you said earlier, that teams that don't have full fives aren't even doing it because they want to show out with their strongest rosters. So, it's really cool seeing the growth in such a short period of time from something grassroots like this. So shout out to RTX for that.
Yes, Ross. Shout out. I also want to give a big shout out to, Ross as well. We'll get to you in a moment, but everybody behind the scenes. There's been a bunch of community casters that have joined through, people that have been around and keeping tabs on the season. There's been the NACS land cord that's been coming out and starting to try to bring more of these grassroots movements to more spectators' eyes, and we really appreciate that. We really appreciate the fact that the community just continues to rally around this thing. I mean, Ross and I talk about this all the time, how it's wild reading all these things from the community about how much people love OSS, and we're all just very humbled by that. And we're very grateful for everybody that's worked on this season, all the teams that have cast their own games, all the different orgs that have cast their own games, all the different community casters that have come through and done this with me. Cole, you've been huge. Your boy Storm and Mr. Henry Bat did a bunch of casting throughout the season. Iggy Casts even was with us for a while. I want to shout him out. He gave us a good chunk of time there before departing with us. And who else am I missing here? I know Floofies and Rubles were with us the other night. Octane has been massive. There's other admins out there that remain silent and hiding in the background, so I won't blow your cover. But we love you. And King coming in hot. King and Ross are freaking cooking for season 9. We're all cooking for season 9. We all are. But yeah, and just seriously, shout out all the community viewers more than anything. And Ross. If I keep going, I'm going to start crying on cam because seriously, it's so fucking cool how much this community has started coming together, and just feels like NACS is on an upswing. So pretty cool to be a part of that. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here tonight. You guys take care, and we'll see you next season.